Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Project Almanac. To be honest, I had completely forgotten that I even knew about this movie until I actually sat down in the theater and was like, oh yeah, I did see a trailer for that once. But it was an alright movie that kind of deserved its under-the-radar status. Let's just jump right in to the things this film gets right. So, Project Almanac is about a time-traveling group of teenagers, and it's a pretty fun ride for what it is. It's aimed at the preteen teenage group, and I think it actually serves as a really relatable tale for them. It deals with teen issues, it has teen actors set in high school, and I think it's a fun ride. It has all of the makings of a good movie for a younger audience to grasp onto. The actors in this film are all unknown. This is all pretty much their first big gig, and I think they do a really good job. They're really trying, they're putting a great effort in here, and they're all relatable in their roles. They all pull off these kind of nerdy, kind of geeky, even our main character, who's a pretty attractive person, pulls off his role as an MIT science nerd. And they help to make this found footage kind of style a little bit more believable because they are just so believable, they are so relatable, and they make the movie a fun time and something you're willing to invest your time in. So I also enjoyed the fact that it came from a little bit different perspective. It really dealt with the morals of time travel, but it also showed what we all would really do, especially if you're a senior in high school. You have certain things on your mind that you would like to go back and have control over. You know, you want to win the lottery, you want to make things better for yourself, you want to pass that test, and it really conveys those everyday, real-life, practical, selfish motivations that a lot of us would utilize a time machine for. So I enjoyed that they kept it practical, they didn't sugarcoat it, only a little bit. They laid it on thick in some parts, but it was definitely warranted when they did lay it on. I also thought the visuals were really nice in this film. I know it had a pretty small budget, but especially some of the visuals when they were going into the time travel I thought were really well executed. I thought the entire direction of the film was actually pretty well executed, so I enjoyed that as well. But this film is far from perfect, so let's go ahead and talk about the negatives. The biggest negative is found footage. When will it die? Here it is again, and it seems to really be taking hold of the teen, older kid audience, and it shows its ugly face here again, and I hate it. It just doesn't make sense. You don't know why people continue to hold cameras. Why are you filming this? And it's brought up a couple of times here, so I'm glad it's kind of meta, and they actually address the fact of why does this character feel the need to film these insignificant, ridiculous moments. But you still are like, why are you filming? Or where is the camera? Or are you seriously like running around? And which camera are you using? The one you found in your attic or the camera you started the film off with? It's all just confusing. And so is the time travel. Most time traveling movies have a hard time keeping their storyline consistent and staying within the rules of the realm they have set up themselves. And this movie definitely falls into these pitfalls. The storyline becomes so convoluted when they delve into ripples that you kind of are just like, whatever. I stopped caring about 20 minutes ago. And we're never explained how anything actually works. I kind of, throughout most of the movie, was wondering, how do they actually select the date in which they go back to? And then it's actually never explained. It's just shown like he's moving his cell phone to dates or he's moving his cell phone for times. We don't know. How do they select the dates? What is the mythology behind the time traveling machine they've created? What they do to gloss it over is like blah 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 blah, hydrogen, mumba jumba yumba blah 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 blah, this. So we're never explained. They just throw kind of key hot words out, and the audience is just expected to take it at face value of we can time travel and we can basically pinpoint exact moments we go back to and do whatever we want. And I don't quite buy into that mythology, and I was distracted several times throughout the movie thinking, wait, how does that actually happen? In addition, shame on you, MTV, for these shameless product placements that happen. So the Toyota one was whatever, the Coke Zero one was sitting right there on the table. The most shameless one also happens to be the most slightly entertaining one, and that was Red Bull. During one of the time traveling sequences, the Lollapalooza, the name drops of the band, and I think the bands were kind of cool because they kept it relevant and in today's age, but it will also date the movie very, very quickly. But there's no need for all of this. Like, come on, MTV. And at those music points, there's just so much like pop music and pop reference and throwing you into music festivals that you could tell it was an MTV made film. So, But overall, I was alright with Project Almanac. Am I gonna remember this and put it on my best movies of the year? No. Is it even gonna be like one of the surprising delights of the year? No. But it's definitely not going to be one of the worst movies I see this year. I think it does what it sets out to do well, and that's entertain the preteen to teenage audiences. They'll relate to it, they'll love it, and I think parents, this is a good movie to take your teens to. It sends a pretty positive message, and I don't think you'll completely hate the film. But if you're older than that, this is one to steer clear of. There are other movies that deal with time travel and the morality of that in a much more sophisticated way. So, that has been my review of Project Almanac. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click like down below. Subscribe to the channel so you're always up to date on the latest videos, and join in on the discussion. Have you seen Project Almanac? Are you also sick of this handheld found footage nonsense? And what is your favorite time travel movie? Let me know down in the comment section below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!